For more great videos and learning tutorials, or to download the exercises that go with these videos, please visit our website at www.createthenet.com. That was www.createthenet.com. Well, welcome to our video tutorial series on the basics of CSS. In this series, we're going to be learning just some of the basics of how to do formatting and positioning with CSS. This doesn't assume you have any prior experience with CSS, but it does assume that you know HTML. If you haven't used HTML before, or maybe if your HTML coding skills are a little bit rusty, you may want to go look at our HTML training videos prior to watching that. But the only thing we assume here is that you do know that HTML. And you can see here I've got a sample HTML document that we're going to be working with in this exercise. Now, as far as CSS styles go, there are three places that they can be created in. You can create CSS styles inline, internally, or in an external style sheet. In this class, we're going to assume that all of your styles are always going to be kept in external style sheets. And that's going to give you the maximum amount of flexibility and the maximum use of the work you put into your style sheets. And generally, I think you should avoid inline styles if at all possible, and only use internal styles, styles that are kept internally in the head section of your CSS sheet, only when absolutely necessary. And in a later video, you're going to see how to work with those two types of styles. But for right now, we're just going to be working with external style sheets. Now, the first thing that I need to do is I need to actually create the style sheet. Now, I'm working here in Dreamweaver. You can edit CSS files in anything at all, anything from Notepad or simple text, all the way on up to a program like Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver gives you a lot of different shortcuts and a lot of hints and help in writing your CSS. So I would recommend that you consider investing in a tool like this. Adobe Dreamweaver offers a 30-day free trial of their software that you can download from their site. So you can actually download it, try it out, see if you like it, and if you do, then you can purchase it. So here, again in Dreamweaver, I have an HTML document open, and I need to create an external style sheet. And in Dreamweaver, to do that, all I have to do is go to the File menu and click New. When I do that, this new dialog box is going to come up. And I'm going to select CSS as the page type that I'm going to create. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click Create. And I now have a CSS document. Now, Dreamweaver puts this information in the heading part of your CSS document. You can just leave that alone. It isn't essential to have it there, but it doesn't detract to it from anything either. And now that I've created it, I'm going to go to the File menu and select Save. And I need to save this file. And I'm just going to call it styles.css. Your CSS files should always have the extension .css on them. And I'll click Save. And you're going to see in my Dreamweaver window, I now have styles.css. Now, just because I've created a style sheet inside of a website doesn't mean that an HTML document is automatically going to pick up on that. For example, I created the Styles CSS sheet, and you can see it's right in the same directory as this basic HTML sheet. If I go ahead really quickly and create a style, let's say for the headings, maybe to change my font headings to the Arial font instead of Times New Roman. And I'll go ahead and save that. But when I go back to basic HTML, you're going to see that my heading hasn't changed here at all. So before I can actually use the style sheet, I need to attach it to this HTML document. To do that, I'm going to again come over to my panels section over here, and I'm actually in the CSS Styles section. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to say Attach Style Sheet. If the style sheet is somewhere you don't exactly know the path to it, you can click Browse and go find it. But since my style sheet is in the same directory as this, I'm going to go ahead and just type the name of the style sheet here. And I'm going to create a link to it. I don't want to import the styles in internal styles. I just want to link to it. And I'll click OK. And you're going to see now that this font, or now that this style sheet has been attached to this document, my heading 1 style has changed, and the font is now Arial instead of Times New Roman. And you can see your CSS styles just simply by looking right over here. I'm going to click the All button, and you'll see there's the style sheet. And if I click that minus or plus sign, it'll expand and collapse the list of styles that are in there. And I can even click on H1 here. And see, I haven't even left my HTML document. This is one of the advantages of Dreamweaver. And I can see the exact properties for H1. I can click here on Add Property, and I can select any CSS property I want, like color. And then I can click here and choose a different color. I'm going to go ahead and select red just to make it stand out. And you'll see those changes have been made inside of my document. And when I go to the styles, you're going to see that that style was automatically updated as well. Well, I've made a couple different changes here, so I'm going to go to the File menu and I'm going to click Save All. In our next video, we're going to talk about the 3 different kinds of styles that you can create, or the 3 basic kinds of styles that you can create: tag styles, class styles, and ID styles. Also, if you're interested in seeing the high definition 1280 by 720 videos, please go to createthenet.com. When we upload these videos to video sharing services, they always shrink the video size down and decrease the quality, so they come out a little bit fuzzy. If you will go to the website, you can see the full resolution versions of these videos.